did not accidentally wake up, discovered that he was being locked in a closed room? I don't understand why. I'm here again. When checking, it was found that a door on the wall. Open that door like that is another room. The man just walked through that room. Who would have thought that he had just taken a few steps? I suddenly stood back. Then the man's body has been cut into 100 pieces by a waving has been pre-installed in the room. Not long after, another man also climbed up from a room, but was already a people who have been awake before. Then there was a woman. Another woman came here. I don't understand what's going on, and they heard a cry for help. When he went to the next room, there was the girl who was trapped. Mr. Jaden quickly went to the city, saved the girl. When he returned to his room, he found that an old man appeared. Almost everyone is in a state of panic, and don't remember anything. I don't know why are brought in here. At this time, they introduced themselves. This blonde woman, a genius doctor, and the man Jaden is a newly divorced police. The young girl is a student, mathematics. The young man is an architect. When it is the uncle's turn, he didn't say anything, but just sit still and connect two shoes together, then take a compress to the next room. Wow. Suddenly activated the hose. The fire in the room. Burn the shoe to charcoal. It turned out that this was the way for him to check which room is safe. Then, he was Ren, a prison escape expert, has successfully escaped out of prison swarms, foreseeing that Ren is full of experience. So the rest of the people decided that they would do according to him to find a way out. Then he took the other shoe, compressed into the next room, and see that it has no pitfalls. That way they went very quickly through a few more rooms. At this moment, the student discovered a room has a code. After estimating, they guess there are about 400,000 rooms, but the whole group only had 3 days to find a way out, because that is the limit of what can be beaten, eating the rhythm of human drinking. What they can do now is to continue to find a way out. If you don't want to die in a few days, this bizarre room, Ren release on his judgment again, but moved to another room. But suddenly a noise came up. This time, there was a mistake in arranging a faucet. Acid letter sprayed directly on Ren's face. When everyone pulls him back, then the whole face was destroyed. Destroy and directly kill him. Anyone who witnesses must, feeling self-contained. By this time they had lost hope. For an experienced person, like Ren, is dead. How can they escape? At this time, the student remembered the numbers of each room and discovered something special. It seems that these rooms are, according to the rules, which rooms are in teachers, there are traps. So the student risked her life to jump a room that is not prime. Sure enough, she was safe in that room, so the whole group relies on the brains of the girl to keep moving, and successfully went the road is very far. Up to a room when open, door on the roof inspection. Then suddenly a person falling from above. But he's a disabled person. Not long after, the student found out again. A room that is not prime. Made the policeman jump over with joy. But as soon as she traveled a few countries, the student shouted at him to stop. Walked around the policeman who had steals around 10 seconds. Luckily, he still jumped out in time, and wounded only in the legs. When he returned to the safe room, the uncle, the doctor, also gave first aid to the policeman, due to being too afraid of the little name, constantly screaming. Being a great police officer, annoyingly catching Mr. Keen, the patriarch went to let him shut his mouth. Who would have thought? After the architect left, the policeman suspected him again. Because the beginning to the beginning, his hour was very strange. Maybe that name is the person of Chang? The guys who brought them here. At this time, Mr. Keen, the architect, turned around, and the student also told everyone to keep order for her to calculate the numbers. But during that time, the police rioted again. The architect must say out your own truth. Otherwise, he will kill you. I make a sugar leak. That made him tell the secret. Then he's the one who built the wide, erect the cover of this building. But what's inside? Then he didn't know. Never even seen it. And I don't know who it is. The person behind this. However, no one can believe it. His words said, or if he does not know, who knows? Until the policeman faces calmly punched the architect. making the schoolgirl have to stand up to intervene. Then she asked what he knew. Through the size of the house cover, name of the architect provided. The schoolgirl calculated, has a total of 17,576 rooms, but the numbers on each main room is the location of that room. According to the rules, the schoolgirl led everyone, who passed through a few more rooms, until a room is full of traps. But it is felt by sound. If you want to pass, there is only a way to rely on silence. For the safety of everyone named police, forcing architects to take the lead, and the talented guy won't go. However, the doctor did not agree. Although he is capable, he, still, a human being. That opinion has been agreed upon by others, and decided to let the idiot go with him. The leader will still be the architect. Brother Tanjin moved step by step. Even the superintendent didn't dare to utter. In the end, he succeeded, passing through the next room. Next is the student, and the woman doctor. To the guy who is capable of doing, everyone has to worry. Along with the doctor's instructions, then you are safe. The last person is the policeman. When halfway through, everything are still under control. But, to add to the drama, he's noon. He immediately let out a voice. Fortunately, the policeman still, in time to enter the safe room. Fine. And death made him extremely angry. Then he turned to the doctor. Why is he leaving? Endanger others. Everything becomes extremely stressful when everyone has their own reason. The police thought that the doctor only know how to shrug their noses at other people's affairs, and the doctor said that the police is a woman who talks a lot. Don't blame him for being abandoned by his wife. That made him bleed to the brain. Give the doctor a slap in the face. People also started to wear sympathy with the name of the policeman. But when he opened the door again, the outer side is the edge of the edge. The house is connected to the sheath that the architect designed, but the two sides are too far apart from each other. How can you go through there? At this time, the policemen came up with a way. Use their shirts to resume, into a rope to swing through. Dr. Sun Lang went first, because here she is the lightest person. Who would have thought that the whole rope would not be hung? Discover what's underneath. But the doctor tries to jump up and do. The people inside can't hold a wire. Plus the room suddenly shook. Make the riser just slip away. Fortunately, the policeman was able to catch him. Then, everyone came together. Keep him. The outside doctor also grasped, is in the hands of the policeman. Thought that he had been saved. But his face. The police suddenly changed color again. The doctor also tried to save his life. But I still let go of your hand to let you down. When he entered the room, he told everyone that she slipped her hand. The death of the doctor grieves everyone. Plus a long period of stress. Everyone has fallen asleep together. At this moment, the perverted nature of the new police officer revealed. He arrested the student to another room, then planned to bake. Thanks to the potato. Made her extremely panicked. Luckily, he didn't build up to catch up. However, he was also named. The police beat the sprouts. At the same time, he opened the door and threw him away. Down to the room below. It was surprising that that room was the room of the deceased cross-entry expert. After a very long period of searching, the exit they went back to the same place. That made the student and weeping together. Only the architect is still keep calm. When he opened the next room to check on him, detected something unusual. The room has an acid trap that kills. The cross-section expert has disappeared. That shows that the rooms have room shifting positions to each other. And the schoolgirl also came up with something. The numbers are written in each room is actually a function. Directional navigation and number of moves of that room. According to calculations, each side of the block square has a total of 26 rooms. That the girl remembered that she used to go through a room with the number 27. That shows the room. It's outside the square. And that room is the starting point. The task now is to calculate to get back to that room. But when calculating, it is impossible to find because the numbers are too big. A system of numbers as long as a matrix, it has exceeded the level. Human calculations. Of course, the student also can't do it. So the policeman got angry again, causing them to start quarreling again. Suddenly, the disabled guy say a number. They finally realized he is a genius of arithmetic. The brain has reached the level of a computer. Thereby, the province was successfully able to. The next room has no traps. The cop should go and throw. Mr. Architect. Qua. Sure enough, that room was safe. Relying on the brains of the disabled guys, they made it through many other rooms. But the attitude of the scene named more and more excessively, until the next room waits, by the time he goes to the end. The architect closed the door and clamped his neck. But he didn't intend to kill. So, locked the policemen in the same room. Then the three of them continued again, moving together, until opening a sunny room. The sun has shone upon them. Who would have thought that at this time, Mr. Architecture, the monk didn't want to leave, because of the outside life for him is no different from here. At this moment, the policemen have found it. He directly killed the student, making the architect mad to fight with him. However, very soon he was the police officer in control. Take that opportunity to be called disabled. Open the door and go out. The policeman immediately sent along, but halfway through he was told by Mr. The architect holds his feet back. But the room at this time began to destroy the sinister cops into two pieces. In the end, only the idiot to live and escape from there. The movie is over. Hello, and see you.
If you love movies as much as we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow film fans, and drop your hot takes in the comments.